I'm gonna need all the energy I can get for this one. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hailie and today I am surrounded by all of my children. Today I am sharing my physical TBR, aka all of the books on my bookshelf that I have yet to read. Now listen, I know that I have a book buying problem. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it kind of thing. But I was mildly horrified pulling out all of these books and seeing my basically empty bookshelf. I'm like, have I ever even read a book? Why are there no books left? One of my most asked questions is if I keep all of my books or like what I do with my books after I read them. If I enjoyed the book, I loved it, I keep it. If I did not love it, I will either give it away, give it to my mom, give it to a friend, donate it, or I sell it on Pango Books. Not an ad, but I am plugging my Pango Books account because I do have a few books up for sale right now, so check that out. Although my friend is here. Do you see all these books? Oh, thank you. Oh God, another friend. Hi, you're so handsome. Anyways, let's get into this. I have no idea how long this is going to take, so grab a snack, grab a sweet pup. Mine is right here. And let's get started. Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This is one that I really want to read. I really liked Love on the Brain and The Love Hypothesis by the same author. Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glassglow. You'd Be Home Now by Kathleen Glassglow as well. Both of these seem like heavier, sad books, and there is definitely a time that I'm in the mood for that, but I just have not reached for these yet. Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really like Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I feel like I will like this one, but I've been scared to start it. I do not know why. Wait for It by Jen McKinley. I need to start this one before summer ends. One Night on the Island by Josie Silver. The Boy with the Bookstore by Sarah Smith. The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I read another thriller by Geneva Rose and it was so fun. It was One of Us is Dead, so I do have high hopes for this one. Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. This one I honestly have not started because of the size. I am so easily overwhelmed by books longer than like 350 pages. Which brings me to these bad boys. Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy. I guess it's not that bad. It's like less than 500 pages, but it seems so extreme. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. Girl. She likes a thick book. Well, except for this one, Birthday Kisses. 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. The Family Bones by Elmar. This cover always, oh my God, there's dog hair all over it. This cover always reminds me of The Lovely Bones. I really like The Lovely Bones. Irrelevant, but fun fact. 3D3 by Karen Katcher. I always mispronounce this. I always want to say Higgy. Huga. The Huga Holiday by Rosie Blake. This one seems like the perfect fall Thanksgiving sort of vibe, so I have been holding off on reading that one until the season is right. Same with both of these. I have The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I have to read this one during October, as well as The House Witch by Katie Schickel. I love this cover. This one I bought to read during Christmas time and then I didn't get to it. So this is The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morgenthaler. Next step. Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I picked this one up because I really enjoyed Malibu Rising and Carrie Soto was a character there, but I've held off starting this one because although I have heard several reviews that are like, you don't need to know anything about tennis to start this one, I've been nervous. A Pho Love Story. I feel like it would be wrong to read this not during soup season, although every season is kind of soup season. But I feel like I want fall cozy vibes for this one. Ooh, this one's a fairly new release. What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walther. She's the one that wrote The Summer of Broken Rules, which, to be honest, I did not enjoy that much. I just felt like I was not the intended audience for that book. So I don't know how this one's going to go, which is why I haven't started it right away. But I do really like the cover. Death in Her Hands by Otessa Moshfegh. Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. This one I was very excited about when I did like a haul about it over a year ago. And I remember one singular comment was like, I did not like that book. And in my mind, every time I'm looking at it, I'm like, no. I don't know why I do that. The Social Engagement by Avery Carpenter Foray. I actually just got this book I got engaged last month, and this one said something about like navigating millennial wedding culture, and it just sounded funny and fun and good time. I also really like the cover of this one. Does not look like it works out very well for them though. Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. I just got this one in my last book of the month box. Bad Luck Bridesmaid by Allison Rose Greenberg. No Exit by Taylor Adams. 13 Hours, 4 Strangers, 1 Missing Child, No Exit. Just sounds like it's going to make me anxious. This one I just got in the mail. This is The Hunting Wives by May Cobb, and this is actually what my book club voted for as our book of August. So if you want to read this book with us, you can sign up for my book club in the description box down below. Dinner Party by Sarah Gilmartin. The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. Another one I just got, and I'm about to crack this sucker open. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I love Lisa Jewell. I've been so excited for this. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I was pretty stoked about this one and was planning on starting it sooner, but a lot of you guys warned me that it's pretty heavy, and so I was just like, I don't know if I'm in the space for that right now, but I do want to read this one pretty bad. Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hilderbrand. I was supposed to read this before summer ends. Do I have time? I don't know if I'll get to it. The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I really enjoy Megan Miranda's writing style, but I haven't heard anyone say anything about this book. The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I packed this in my suitcase for a trip in April. I accidentally put this away with my suitcase when I came home, so haven't gotten around to it yet, which is really dumb because Lynn Painter literally mentions me in the acknowledgements for this book, so I feel like a dick. Hailie Barber. Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. I really like her writing as well. I've read so many books by her. She was like one of my favorites in high school. I guess it would have been like 8th grade as well, but have not gotten around to this one. The Attic Child. This is another one that is just so thick and beefy I've been scared of. I don't know what my problem is. Black Swans by Eve Babbitt, and Sex and Rage by Eve as well. Classics. And I haven't read them. Ugh, I'm gonna do like a full stretch. Hi, Bean. The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. Bubba's here. He's a little bit needy. Games and Rituals by Catherine Haney. I didn't realize that this one was short stories when I purchased it. I just really enjoyed the cover. All the Women in My Brain and Other Concerns by Betty Gilpin. Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Just Like You by Nick Hornby. Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. Hello Girls by Brittany Cavallero and Emily Henry. I did buy this because I am an Emily Henry stan. Oh wait, you're done? He's out of here. The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I've heard so many good reviews about this book. Anna Kay, A Love Story by Jenny Lee. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Oh, this one I specifically purchased for vacation. Did not read on vacation. Notes on Your Sudden Disappearance by Allison Espach. Run Rose Run by James Patterson and Dolly Parton. I just haven't gotten around to it. I bought it because I love Dolly. You know what? I actually haven't heard much about this book either. Advika and The Hollywood Wives by Kirthana Ramisetti. I think that this one's supposed to have like an Evelyn Hugo sort of vibe. A Quiet Life by Ethan Jola. Ooh, these three I literally just got. The Chateau by Jacqueline Goldis. This also has a very intriguing cover. The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. This one I'm very excited about. This is 0 Days by Ruth Ware. I really like her writing. I do have one more in here though that I haven't read yet. Oopsie. Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory by Raphael Bob Waksberg. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I cannot believe that this is still on my TBR. This has been on my bookshelf for like 2 years and I just have not. I don't know. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. Obviously, I've heard a million good things about this book, and the Netflix series is out. Is it Netflix? Hulu? I don't know. This copy's so old, it doesn't even have a sticker of what platform it's on. The Damage by Caitlin Warrer. I don't know, but I need to read this during fall. Duh. You Must Remember This by Kate Rosenfield. Old Money, Dark Secrets, Cold Blood. It sounds right up my alley. Girl, I read this book. I don't know why it's in here. That's a good one too. The Most Likely Club by Alyssa Friedland. Look how cute this cover is. Jacqueline in Paris by Anne Ma. There was a moment in time where I was on my historical fiction grind, but I am not at the moment. So Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. Oh Lord, not these again. Listen to Me. Do you see that? That's a bookmark. I did start this book. I gave it a go. I'm on page 149 and I don't want to hear it. Oh, I keep reading. It gets really good in the second book. I can't. I'm gonna just read a whole book, a whole giant book. I'm gonna have to read this whole book. I already have a fear of large books, and I don't know, I keep telling you guys I'm not a fantasy person. I don't think I can do it. I can't. I will eventually, but I'm not excited about it. Don't be mad at me. Bleeding Heart Yard by Ellie Griffiths, and I actually did start this one. Page 31. It's been on my bedside table for like the entire month of July. Oh, I need to try to get back into it. I was not in the mood when I started it, I think. Let me know if it's worth reading. Counterfeit by Kirsten Chen. I can't believe I've had this one on my shelf forever too. The House in the Pines by Anna Reyes. I'm obsessed with this cover. This is Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. The Lion's Den by Catherine St. John. My boyfriend bought this for me at the airport when we went on vacation, and then I didn't read on vacation, but it sounds so good. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poyston? It kind of matches my shirt. Awkward People by Frederick Backman. USA Today said, I hugged this book so tightly with a smile on my face and tears in my eyes. Oh my god, am I mentally prepared for that? I don't think so. 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. This was when I was on like a heavy rom-com vibe. Yes, I still enjoy rom-coms, but I feel like I've kind of gotten away from like the cheesier ones. Don't quote me on that, because I'll probably read one that's like really a cheese fest and I'll be like, oh my god, it's so good, and then you guys will be like, okay. Don't quote me on anything, actually. I never know what I'm saying. Mother Thing by Ainsley Hogarth. This one's a horror novel. I think that I will read this one during October. The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. I love Beth O'Leary. This will probably fall into that cheesy rom-com. I'm more excited about this one than I am about this one. I don't know. The New York Minute by Kate Spencer. Disorientation by Elaine Chow. I'm obsessed with this cover. City of Lights by Jenny Mollen. One True Loves by Christina Lauren. For my book club, this was in our June book poll and our July book poll, and it did not win either one, so I just never read it. Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This might be the worst take ever, but I feel like when a book is really hyped up and really recommended, I'm suspicious. I think I have book talk trauma though, because I've bought many books recommended on Book Talk, and they get a little scared when books are really popular. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Queen of Thieves by B.Z. Marsh. Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. Insane that I haven't started this one yet. A World Between by Emily Hashimoto. I like this cover a lot as well. Going Dark by Melissa De La Cruz. I think that this one is also like a YA thriller mystery. You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Pasteur. I don't know its cover. This one sounds so interesting. I just got this last week. Main character finds this man in her apartment. He exists in the past, whereas she lives 7 years in the future, in present day. That sounds crazy. I'm excited. The Summer Place by Jennifer Weiner. I'm so excited about this. Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I feel like I'm the last person on earth that hasn't read this book, but I had to finally pick it up with the new cover. It just looks so cute. All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda, 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand, Happy and You Know It by Laura Hankin, You're Invited by Amanda Jayatissa. Okay, I think this is supposed to be another Evelyn Hugo sort of vibe. Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith Paul. I've heard amazing things about this book. Those were not part of the stack. Cross Her Heart by Sarah Pinborough. This is the one that I'm actually currently reading. I'm on page 39. The Club by Ellery Lloyd. I read another book, People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd, and I did not like it, but I've heard a lot of good reviews about this one, so I think that it will be better. Age of Vice by Deepti Kapoor, another chunk. The It Girl by Ruth Ware. The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. This is another one that is just begging me to read during fall. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Someone Had to Do It by Amber and Danielle Brown. The Circus Train by Amita Parikh. No One Asked for This by Cassie David. These are like personal essays. A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. I feel like this might be a good October book. And this one too. Final Girls by Riley Sager. Hostage by Claire McIntosh. I don't know how I feel about like like books set on a plane, thrillers specifically, where something terrible happens on a plane. I already have flight anxiety. I don't know. My mom gave me this one. I don't know if I could do it. Death Watch by Stona Fitch. The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne. Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes. Cloud Girls by Lisa Harding. I love this cover. So cute. At Certain Points We Touch by Laura John Joseph. This is another one that I feel like is going to make me sad. Oh my gosh, we made it to the very last book. The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Brommer. I can't believe we made it to the end. At one point I turned around and there were still like 3 big stacks and I was like, oh my god, I'm never leaving this place. So that is my massive TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you might be a little bit insane, but I love you so much. Do let me know if you saw anything here that I should put high priority on my TBR, because honestly, like looking at this, I don't even know where to start. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!